Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to this another episode of the Saudichress Show. I want to firstly let me apologize for the late start. However, we had a little technical glitches. Still showing up, trying to sort it out real well, but you know how the technology goes sometimes, people. I don't know when we plan to have a very, very exciting and good show. We tend to have these little things. And so, regardless of what, we want to ensure that, we do our best and to bring the show on as planned. But again, let me welcome you all to this another episode. And if you are a first time viewer, let me also give you a special welcome to this the Saudichress Show. People, as you get yourself settled in and don't just sit and relax. I know that you are enjoying the show. I know you have been enjoying the show. And so it's best when you relax and listen and watch. But please remember to hit the like button as we go along. And if you have not yet subscribed, let me ask that you do a same. Hit the subscribe button. We are trying to grow, ladies and gentlemen, and you have the responsibility in assisting the Saudichress Show for that growth as we speak. So we just want to say subscribe, like, and share. So people, we have, as you have noticed, and looking forward, we have a guest tonight. Again, the guest will be a little bit late. And so I spoke to him minutes ago. He's traveling on his way home, and as soon as he gets there, of course, he will join the show. So bear with us. So we'll continue to do so. There will be a number of sporting events, a number of sporting news out there, and we also can look into those, regardless of what. You know what the Saudichress Show is all about. It's more entertainment, education, and sports. So while we, wait on our guest, of course, I am sure that we will have a lot to offer in this light. We also want to take the time out to bless up all the YouTubers in and around who brought sports over the past couple of years, and open many of our eyes. When we look at that, YouTube has now become a viable media, people. Viable. Some persons don't even watch mainstream media anymore based on the information that they have received from YouTube. However, let me haste to say, regardless of what, we all know that we have to be careful of the information that we put out here and on YouTube, so to speak. All right. So we will continue to do our work. We will continue to ensure that we bring across solid information, correct information, and these information, of course, will be entertaining, and not just entertainment. Of course, will be educational. As we speak this Friday evening, we are looking forward to another weekend of football. Not so the Premier League this weekend, but as you know, in England, we're having the FA Cup competitions playing over this weekend. We have seen this evening, and let me just say, unfortunately for the Arsenal fans, they have lost their match today versus the great Man City. From all indication, it was a good game. And a friend of mine say it's a teacher versus student today. And no doubt, and with all respect, the teacher came out on top. Good. So I'm sure that many of us would have liked to see it the other way around. But that is the nature of it. That is how it goes. So we just have to, wheel and come again, Arsenal fans that is. But you'll have to concentrate on, what would you say now, one trophy this year, and it's the Premier League. Maybe that is good for you, the Arsenal faithful. It is good because Mikel Arteta and his Arsenal troops will only be concentrating on the Premier League, which they are doing very well. Very, very good. There are some persons who would have thought that Arsenal this year has been doing far better than expected. Far better than expected. So we all have to understand that is how it is. Mikel Arteta has done a very, very good job. People, I can tell you, this Arsenal team is very sensational. And I'm not talking about these people just creating or getting wins. They have gotten wins, yes, but they have made it in their own way. They have played very good. They have been outplaying a lot of teams, right? So we have to give credit to Arsenal. All right, there's a fresh news. Well, it's not so fresh, no, but an exciting news that the man they call Dujan Whisper Richards has gone off to Europe for some trials. And we'd love to know, people, where in Europe or which are the teams. I got information that he will be on trials for a team or two teams in the top 4 of the Premier Leagues. Wow. Isn't that lovely? I mean, we also understand, and I understand, many of you do too, that going on trials doesn't really means, yes, doesn't really means that he will be selected. Yes? But guess what? The fact that he's going out and clubs will be seeing him closer than, most clubs would have. That is very good for the youngster. Very, very good. And it's an exciting thing for Jamaica too. Very, very exciting. So I am saying to you, brace yourself for a little bit of magic coming again out of the Phoenix Academy. The great Craig Butler is smiling, because he has made history by taking one of our own through his academy. Very youngster, and he has started a long time ago. In Leon Bailey through to the academy. Alright, so let's give Craig Butler a really thumbs up there. He knows how to get these players in. Am I right? Yes. So people, it is one of those things that we believe we'll have to really give a shout out to. And for the other academies in Jamaica to use that as a springboard, to say that, listen, you can make it, You can make it. But guess what? As you know, it takes cash to care people. It takes cash to care. And so if you don't have that sort of money to putting into these boys, because, it's not just Whisper going away. I think he has a team of youngsters from the Phoenix Academy, yes? So it will take a lot, airfares and all those things. So that's just how it is. The good thing about it, Craig has done it already, and he has known the different path to take, in an effort to have the youngsters getting something. All right? He knows what to do. So I want to big up every single one from the Phoenix Academy, and not just from the Phoenix Academy people. Big up everyone who was trying to make a positive impact with our youth moving out of Jamaica or moving forward. And people, it's not just to say moving out of Jamaica, but we all know that if you really want to make big bucks, Jamaica is not up for that, or we are not up for that in Jamaica. So people, this is how we have to, try and work it out. Again, I am sure that our guest will join us tonight. He will be coming on later, and so hopefully, let me see if there's any message coming from him. Well, not yet, but trust me, people, I am really looking forward to have our guest. There are some persons who believe that this guest is known to them, and let me take that. That was Bramble's statement from me right there. Bramble as it is. All right. But yes, Mr. Hill, as you know, was a student at UWI, was a footballer and captain of UWI playing in the Premier League. So I understand, and let's just hopeful that, he will join us sooner than later. There are many things that we need to learn as it relates to our Premier League in Jamaica. Where are we? Will we be seeing players coming out of the Premier League for trials in US or even England? Those are the two close places to us as it relates to that. All right. So let's see what happened. The Premier League, and that's the professional arm of the Premier League people. All right. And there is, as they call themselves, the PFAJ, the Professional Football Association of Jamaica. So they know where. I don't know if Mr. Hill and his team would have had any aspect to deal with that transition from that. All right. So let me take the chat. I know that I have been talking myself out, and you want to be recognized as well, which is very, very important. So RR, the teacher in the classroom here, big up yourself, RR. Blessings and honor to the teammates from the class of Jacko to Tutu to Taffy. I tell you, those are very inspirational coaches. RR. Mr. Lee, yeah man. Good night, Saudi and friends at RR Up Road. Those are two really people in the show that keep it going. Again, hit the like button, people, as you come in. Mr. Lee again, the Maroons, them have game this weekend. I should think so. And we will looking at that. I'll be looking at the fixtures in a little while. RR 1, 2, 3, Mr. Lee. Bless up family. They are in front the seat, listening and learning from the principal. I wonder which principal I learned from, boss. Easy, right? Good evening, everyone. Mr. Lee, that coming from Errol Stewart, the principal run late tonight. Thumbs up the channel, family. Yeah, man, people, you have to like up the live feed. Trust me, that's important that you like up the live. All right, because we're live, and we can watch it again and again and again for years, because it will be there. Tyrone James, good evening, Saudi and the family. Blessings, just forwarding. Very good, man. Hey, Tyrone, bless up yourself, Joe. It's the first me see you on the show. Maximum respect, man. Never too late for a show of rain. I go and bless up yourself, my brother. Yes, Tyrone James, man, the man they call Joe. Little National. People, I must bless up this man. This guy represented Jamaica at the under 15 level. Was it under 15, Joe, or under 16? I think it was under 15. Yes, man. It was so long ago, sometimes I can't even remember. But you know how things are, right? So, bless up yourself, Joe. Maximum respect to all our fans. Joe, make sure so you hit the like button as you come in. And that goes to everybody. People right now, 9 current people, 11 persons as view already. So we should have at least 11 likes. But I'm only seeing 6 likes. People, I'm just going to pause. I am going to pause for you to hit the like button. Let me see 9 likes going up right now since you are on it. There are persons here who have not hit that button yet. I wonder if I can charge you all. Hey, listen me now, man. People, you're under 70. Where me come from? Hey, listen, man. You see, when I get old, Bridget, it's the age have a lot to do with this thing, So under 17, Joe, you can't forget. So me understand. If you forget that, something gone wrong. Why? I tell you. But that was the under 17, that Joe represent. And so the under 17s now, Joe, They are in training trying to do what you people would have done, and so on and so forth. So there was some very exciting football news, transfer and so on going on in and around England. Yes, Arsenal still trying to get a few players to boost their. Hey, listen, no man, what's happening in the transfer market, people? Yes, what's happening? A matter of fact, deadline days when the 31st. How far are we from the 31st? So everybody going great guns, eh? R at Joe, the man that juggled just like the Diego Maradona. Blessings. Wazim, yes man, Wazim, Fitzroy Thomas. He came out, him have a monetary gift for those persons who can juggle. What's his number again? Wazim, come back tonight, come tell us. Because your R said Joe is a real big juggler. And Wazim, I think, has juggled a number of ups and downs. Was it? Oh, I guess what he's saying, he has juggled 100 on his weak foot. Was that the case, Wazim? So, Joe, if you can juggle 50 on your right foot alone, I will lobby that we get that. All right? Let me just look through our sponsors, people. And remember that this show from day one has sponsored by PIBA, the Past Adrenaline Ballers Association, and also Toad and Nose Heating and Cooling System coming out of New York. We also have Dallas Fine Cut Barbering, the chairman of PIBA. Big up yourself, Dallas, coming out of California. We also like to mention Deja Vu Retro Party. Little Bobby, the man called Chris Williams. This name is too popular, Chris Williams. But that is the man who promotes all the parties, especially down in Summerfield. Yes, twice a year, 3 times for the year. Deja Vu Retro Party. Big up yourself. All right. Again, we have Taste of the Island Restaurant. The man called Leo Packer Anderson coming out of St. Petersburg. We want to say thumbs up to Wazim Thomas, or Fitzroy Wazim Thomas, who manage and own Solid Rock Black Factory coming out of Maypen, people. I can tell you, trust me, these guys, PIBA men, they have been doing well, and you continue to make the Saudichress Show be what it is. And the business side of it, very, very important. We continue and we want to look at Satisfaction Entertainment and Electronics coming out of St. Anne. That's Mr. Stewart. Juki's Shipping coming out of New York, owned by Michael Latti. VIP Services from Colorado. Party, wedding, all those services. The man they call Damian Lines from Colorado. We also want to say enough respect to Conway Basil Gale out of Queens, New York. Gregory Messam. Where are you from, Gregory? Out of Texas. The man called Gregory Messam. These are some of our sponsors. We continue. And I can tell you people in a short while, we'll have to separate how we use these sponsors, because they are getting a lot of people want to be a part of the Saudichress Show, which I'm very, very grateful for. And, so again, thumbs up to all the sponsors and prospective sponsors through the show. Before I go to, I want to pick up Mr. Lee. I don't know if you want to give us any talk tonight. Are you waiting until, it's coming closer to your event? All right, so let me just put across a poster from Mr. Lee. Yes, because we all know that we have to help each school, each institution, and that's what we are here to do. Help each institution, people, as they move for success. So again, we want to thank Mr. Lee and his team to assisting, with the development of his school. All right. So Mr. Lee and his team, they're hosting a Bingo fundraiser, people. So that's the Garvey Massey School Alliance. Hosting, not bad. The likes are going up. Very good. I like that. We're still short of 4 likes, people. So if you are there, or if you're gonna come back, if you return, hit the like button. If you have done so, that's fine already. All right. So look at it, people. Hope you are seeing. I'm seeing it very loud and clear. So that's the Garvey Massey High School Alliance Bingo fundraiser, March 5th at 6 p.m. Where? It will be on Zoom. So wherever you are, it is no excuse for you not to attend. Wherever you are, you can participate. $20 per set of 4. Yes. So I think a set of 4 would have been 4 books in a set, right, Mr. Lee? Good. So as I am saying, wow, seems like I lost some power here. All right, coming back up. So people remember, every night from now, we will be promoting this. And again, people, if you have any events that you associate with, no problem, man. I can help you with the promotion. You're always here, and it takes nothing for me to assist a brother or a sister coming through this Saudichress Show. All right, so again, there are some numbers there, people. Look at them. And those are the persons who you can contact to get your ticket. As soon as you make your purchase, you will get the Zoom link. All right? Good. So again, it is a bingo fundraiser, March 5th, 6 p.m. 7 exciting games, grand prize, gift, $500. How could you let that miss you, people? Give yourself a chance. Police them say if you don't have no ticket, you don't have no chance. But we need no police ticket tonight. Wow, still waiting on Mr. Hill. He's not here yet. I want to look and I want to say big up to, if you notice here, I'm trying to make sure you see it good enough. Alright? The cutting edge people coming out of New York, manager known by the man they call Pedigree. Entertainer Pedigree. But Donovan Petgrave, the business owner for the Cutting Edge Construction Company. Yes, if you can see clearly, let me see if I can make it to where you want. So it's renovation with design, people. Renovation. So wherever you are in the US, I can tell you, Pedigree is the man for your renovation. All right. So again, through that, yes sir. Tyrone Drum, yes, respect, man. What you mean? Cool, no man. Shoulder, forehead, lefty, ball up the yoga can say lefty. Say right, no. Say right, Mr. Joe. Sorry, a while rum you a drink. A while rum me a drink. What you mean, Mr. Lee? Hey, you know, so me I go take down your thing off my screen, you know, Lee. I can't believe you said that about Saudichress. Man say Saudichress I drink white rum. Me sound drunk. Alright, sir. You go and talk. Make sure so you're drinking enough from now, so when you come and set, you can move good. Alright? Tyrone James. Yes, man. Every time something new. How mean had to be competitive. Out there was very, very rough. That's true. So Fitzroy Thomas, always here. Yes, man. Hi. How do you? How that Fitzroy answer, man? Let me see if we can go again. Hi. How do you? Do you know how you can tell? Fitzroy, come again. Listen, Shazam, mind you under your yesterday, you know. But Shazam, tell people about the competition that you are putting up, or the prize money for those who can juggle on one foot, the weaker foot, which you have the record. That's what you said. I remember I said that I do not sanction that record. I don't know if it is, well, I might have to call FIFA to ratify that record. Donald McPherson, Go on, do it, Saudichress. Big up yourself, Shangul. Thank you very much, my brother. All right. So, as we are here waiting, as I'm saying, patiently for our guest, we want to look at the news coming out of the Premier League as it relates to transfer. So there is a bitter news that not a bitter, where Arsenal, they said a Brighton midfielder, Moses Casido, has revealed on social media he wants to leave the Premier League club for a magnificent opportunity elsewhere. Wow. Brighton reject what would have been a club record fee of £60 million, right, from the Gunners for the Ecuador International on Friday. People, this is really truth. Do you think that Bala value £60 million? But one thing with English clubs, I think the English club are overpriced, the Bala them. Yeah, man. Them evaluation they need to be done across Europe. And I think they need to have some of that. I'm just saying, maybe I am wrong. But, I've seen the Bala play. Looks good, but I'm not sure, is that... Well, guess what? Mikel Arteta and his team would have seen what they want from him, eh? So, if that is so, go ahead. But Chelsea have also expressed an interest in the 21-year-old who Brighton bought for $4.5 million from Independiente, right? And that is in Ecuador, So, 2 years ago, no, sir. 2 years ago, Brighton paid £4.5 million. For Casido. And to date, after 2 years, Arsenal, I guess, want to pay £60 million for the youngster. Somebody need to come and teach me these things. Again, people, hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right? So, I really want you to look closely on these things. And I'm trying to do my own research of how the evaluation of players are done. But that is what interests me. To be honest with you, it's not the transfer part of it hit me, It's the valuation and what the Gunners willing to pay. £60 million for a player who his club paid £4.5 million 2 years ago. That's a mark. I guess he have improved dramatically over his 2 years at Brighton. And who would have been that Brighton coach would have developed that player, man? I wonder why Chelsea can't get that player. Are they not willing to spend £60 million rather? The man them with the money, the Isle Machine team, talk to me. So Anthony and Sancho from Man United need to give back some of the money. We said they're not worth it. I tell you the truth, RR. Even this little brother, me rate him, what's his name again? Our new forward at Liverpool there. The Uruguayan. I like him. He has speed and he will develop. But I don't think he's worth £100 million. No, sir. Right now, him need to give back 1/2 of that. Join me, people, and let me know no views now. So Tyrone James saw the Chelsea buying everyone this year. Just pretend you need a particular baller. Chelsea pull it off first. Remember, you see, I think them have the leverage now where them can spend more money. Because remember, a few years ago they were unable to purchase any baller based on some fair play thing in the financial system. All right, so allow them, make them buy, because it's very interesting to see how the coach will have all of these ballers happy. I don't know. It's very, very interesting to see how he will get them happy. So Man United need to swap Anthony for Leon Bailey, and trophy is a must. But I don't know what to say about that one, you know. I don't know what to say about that one, people. All right. You know, another good, wonderful signing Arsenal made just the other day. And it was also this little guy from, what's the name again? From Brighton. Seems like Brighton turned a feeding tree, you know? Or is it just for Arsenal? Let me hear what Ten Hag has in mind, my boss. Let me hear. The Sky Sports says that Ten Hag, right? Man United boss urges club to strike in January transfer window if opportunity arises before deadline day. And this Sky Sport put out today, you know. Alright? So Manchester United have made only 2 loan signings in January transfer window with deadline day looming. Eric Ten Hag said, in the coming days, should we have an opportunity, I would go for it, but it is not only up to me. I think that always has to be the approach at this club. Yes, and you know, that sort of thing. I don't know if the club could allow the coach to do all the business they want. No, so I run the club in bankruptcy. Everybody would have go for Messi and Maradona and Mbappe. Would have a star-studded team. So who have the bigger money or the most money would win. And we know, man, you have that clout, you know. So you have to hold your horses, So Ten Hag is still looking out there. I'm not sure what type of player he wants right now. You know, because sometimes you see people, especially when I look at like Liverpool, having, you know, some key players injured and other key players very legged, old. It's very important to see how they go about their shopping, you know. So that's true. Tyrone, if Arsenal interested in you, Chelsea will Chelsea will sign you right now. No, sir. James now left Arsenal at all. You know how long man na darkness man I wait. When you say Tyrone, no too much rust. WD-40 can't get this rust off. I'll with the beard in a gas aisle. Don't worry yourself, Joe. If you have it, you have it, man. Maybe you can go to give a little thought down at Chelsea. Yeah. Talk to Bap and you hear what going on. So Mr. Stewart is saying that the improvement of the player, if he has over the 2 years, is definitely a big factor. Listen. I do understand, but people, for the which term should I use? I can't see, it no matter what no one tell me, say, that level of valuation has changed so much, has risen so much. There are persons in the chat who know what the system is all about. So I want you to come and shed some light, people. Let we understand this whole thing, all right? So, Gregory Mesam, check. Greetings to all the listeners in the forum. But hear me assess. All right, Sir Sadi. What go on there? Where is your guest? Mesam, I am still awaiting the guest, boss. Still awaiting the guest. I spoke to him just before the show started. And he let me know that he's on his way home. Never wanted to access the show by phone because he's driving. So he promised whenever he reach home, he will join the show. And I'm sure he'll be coming. All right? So stay tuned, man. Don't bother leave. Please, no left. Do not leave the show. All right. So just like we're looking forward for Mr. Hill, I'm sure that he will be looking forward, or he's looking forward for you as well. Good. So still nothing. So I'm optimistic that you'll be here, man. See? All right. So RR, man, them need to press like so the P-bar teammate get the alert. All right. You hear that, people? So let me just pause. I'm going to drink some water. So, Mr. Lee, when you see me take up my cup, it is not rum cup, boss. It's water. It's water. And I know in short order, you will see me start drink water from the bottle. So when me get the water sponsored, a sponsorship from the water company, I just that water alone me I go drink. All right? So don't worry, Mr. Lee, me no junk. Damian Morrison. Wow. Good night, Saudichress, and big up to all your listeners and viewers. Me and Kevin always there, yeah. Again, Tyrone, Saudi. Guess had flat tire. No. It was more of traffic. Tyrone. But as me say, he'll be coming on. And he promised to be here. Alright? Don't worry yourself. Donald, Sir James, Wagwan, boss. Alright. Sorry about that. Yes, Donald and Sir James, Wagwan, boss. Where you the expect guest for today? Listen, man, all I want to say thing in a bridge. So no about pressure Saudichress tonight, please. The pressure I want to call. When the man come in, call in and we have good dialogue. And remember, the Saudichress Show is not all about gimmicks. It's not all about debates. It's about discussions. Alright? So, Gregory, Messam bless up. Did you retrieve the 90s from SSL? You want me read the bars? Because I don't want to put nobody in a problem, You've been absent from class, Messam. Hey, Greg, I think Gregory probably have a little problem with that. I think he might have a problem with that. I think. So, I hear my cry out, man. So him not join no SSL team. Maybe he wanted to. But people didn't know that Gregory Messam and Bolt are very good friends. So don't be surprised if him have at least a dollar in it. But him not ball still. Him very firm. Him not ball out. People come on, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button before Mr. Hill come. Because when Mr. Hill come on, a whole heap of things we talk about. A whole heap of things we going to educate upon. So we cannot afford to be thinking about like button. Please. We are 5 likes short based on who is on the stream, boss. Tyrone. Yes, Mr. McPherson. Blessings, my general. Give thanks, my family. Blessings, man. Hey, Joe. I hope you're calling tonight, We have not heard your voice in a long time. Yes? You can tell us what's going on down in your neck of the woods there, right? And, I am not good at your other language. So please use the language that we all know you from before, alright? People who know why you're Joe talk, man. I hear what language you Joe speak, Just use an unknown number, call him. Especially when him there work. You probably fling with the phone. Manners and respect, Sir James. Heart and love, family. That's from Donald McPherson. Alright, so let me see what's happening now with the Jamaica Premier League for this weekend, people. And Coach Lenky, let me know what your position is coming up for the weekend. Yes? Let me know what's the position for the weekend. And we want some information too, because guess what? I heard that you have tryout or trials the other day. So let me know what's happening. Okay? We don't like the issue of carrying false news. Alright? So it is like this now. So I wonder if I can carry this. Alright, let me see if I can show you the fixtures for Sunday. I want to show you the fixtures for Sunday. Alright, let me get myself out of the way. Sunday fixtures. Alright, I hope this one will be good for you. Alright, so that's the JPL fixtures for Sunday, people. Again, 12 persons on online, please. So we are short of 4 likes. Hit the like button, people, as we go. So Alker, Saudi, we are listening at Castle Royal Bar in New York. Big up yourself, Al. Yeah, man, the Saudichress Show live, man. I hope your bar people really enjoy the show, yes? And who knows? We do entertainment too, you know. So if you want us to carry a little thing when you have your thing at the bar, no problem, man. We're ready and willing to go. So if you look, if you are seeing it on screen right now, that is the match day 12 of 26 for the Premier League this Sunday. All right. So at 1 o'clock on Sunday, Falkland will be playing Jamal. I don't know why they keep using Jamal on the fixtures, you know. I need to hey, Coach Rudy, give me a call now. Because it's very United. It's not Jamalco anymore. Alright, people? So let me just clear that up. Don't get too frustrated. It's Jamalco. It's very United. So Falkland will be playing or hosting very United. Alright? Bam. One thing, they have not given us any venue for these games, but we'll get that in a little while. Dumbledore Holding will be hosting Chapelton 1 o'clock on Sunday as well. Alright, so Mount Pleasant will be playing based on the fixtures. Alright, Ronald White, good night, Sadi. Good night, Ray. I mean, big up yourself. When are you going to start getting some of the high school track coaches on the program? Would really love to hear their views. Try getting Oral Tracy too. Alright, boss. Most definitely. The Maverick, I don't want to easy man for getting them. I can tell you, you know. Trust me, but I will try. As it relates to the track coaches though, yes man, that's the plan. I mean, we're into the track season now, and we want to look at what the coaches, you know, especially some of those coaches and schools who are vying for championship. We need to see how they think, you know, what are the outset, how they see their team doing this year. Alright? So, Ray, if you have suggestions, if you have any particular coach you want to hear from, tell me no, man. Put in the chat. And I will go straight ahead and try to make that contact. Alright? Ray's a track and field man, you know. Nothing to him like him, adrenaline girl team. Mount Pleasant and Humble Lion. So that will be 3:15 on Sunday. Yes. Montego Bay United versus Tivoli, another 3:15 game. And on Sunday again, Waterhouse hosting Portmore United. That's 4 o'clock on Sunday. It continues on Monday with 2 games. And you know the Monday night football, right? Mullines United versus Cavalier at 5 p.m. And Harbourview, the feature game, Harbourview versus Arnett Gardens at 7:30. I think that match will be on Sportsmax. Yes, I think that match will be on Sportsmax, people. So, what I am seeing, that is the fixture for the games this weekend, Sunday and Monday. So, based on the question, somebody asked if Chapelton Maroons or if the Maroons will be playing on Sunday. Based on the fixture, and we have not got any news outside of that, maybe I can tap into the news to hear what's happening. Alright? So the news aspect of things, people. The news aspect of things. I really don't know, you know, boss. I really don't know. But so let we see what news coming out of the JPL. And this, I believe, is another news that maybe we can get a little clarity on this one. All right. So the news coming out, I have not seen anything as it relates to the Maroons, but the Gleaner people has brought a news. Is it the Gleaner? Yeah, man, the Gleaner. And this was published on the 26th. That was yesterday. We made mention of what Chris Williams said before, but Williams proposes fewer JPL teams. This is news again, people. It's old news, but that's what the Gleaner brought out yesterday as it relates to the news coming out of the JPL. All right, and you know what was said and so on. So no need to go back through unless you have questions that you want to pose on that. All right, so again, you have seen the fixtures for the JPL, and we continue to manage this thing here. All right, let me look at let me put up. Yes, it's important that you see the standing. So the point standing for the Premier League. Point standing for the Premier League, the JPL, Mount Pleasant, they are leading. Why? I mean Mount Pleasant leading after getting 3 free points, They earn it though. I mean, it's free, but they deserve it. So when I say free, don't get me wrong, people. They deserve the 3 points based on the situation, or they deserve the 3 points. No worry on yourself. They deserve it. So, this sudden. Let me see if I can get this a bit clearer. All right. It's not clear enough. All right, so point standing. It's important I get the point standing, right? That's what I really want you to get out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sir. Nothing may I see the point standing, people. Alright, so here you go. That's the point standing. Alright, so yes, now you should be able to see the point standing. Wow, 10 likes. Some people jump off of the show, then go and watch other show, Hey, people, I hope on a certain show no go and watch, If you no go and watch another sports thing, fine, but I guess I want to say this though, people. I want to say this, I understand that you can watch the show whatever you feel, and but there's some very interesting stories going out there on YouTube. Very interesting. So I'm not gonna call that particular show the show we can't really compete with, big show, big people show. Yes, so Mount Pleasant leading with 24 points, Cavalier in second, 22, Humble Lions 20 points in third, Harbourview 19 points, and Arnett Garden, the top 5, 18 points. Dumblewood also on 18 points, Waterhouse on 16 points, Portmore on 15 in 8, 9 Montego Bay United on 15, in 10 Tivoli Gardens on 13, Moulins United on 11, that's 11th place as well. Jamalco, which should be very united, they're on 7 points. Falkland, wow. I was about to say something, but let her hold on. Falkland is on 3 points. And now Chapelton Maroons, after losing 6 points, they are at the bottom, the root of the table, on 2 points. I was just about to say that Falkland United is the only team to win this season. But no, I just realized that Veer United have not won a game either. Veer United, 0 win, 7 draw, and 4 losses. But this is the drama thing about Veer. Veer has scored only 2 goals. No, sir. People, me really need to get some. I wonder if this is the right fixture me getting. No, man. No. Let me double check, people. Got this one hit me for 6. I want to know what this is saying. All right. If me look at the stats, yes, because Mr. Anderson is leading. So Cavalier, Mount Pleasant. So Stewart and Anderson. Stewart from Cavalier, Anderson from Cavalier, and Stewart from Mount Pleasant leading the goal scoring chart. It is the right news, man. But the truth is, Veer United have not won a single game either. They have scored only 2 goals. People forgive me, but I don't know if you have this interest in the Premier League. But let us dive down into what we are seeing now. This is the situation. And we're going to start from the relegation coming up. We're going to start from the relegation. I wonder if you're following the Premier League. Now, Chapelton Maroons, 11 games played, 2 wins, 2 draws, 7 losses. They have scored 3 goals, conceded 21. So their goal difference is minus 18. That is Chapelton Maroons. Another part of it though, people, we move up the ladder now with Falkland. Falkland have not won any game. They draw 3, lost 8. They score more goals than Veer and Chapelton though. They score 7 goals. But they conceded 25. So they are minus 18 too. What a situation we have in the league. Never know, sir, so the league boiled down, man. Now, Jamalco or Veer United it should be 11 because everybody played 11 matches. No win, 7 draws, 4 losses. So they have not been doing bad. They have not been losing a lot of games. However, because they have drawn 7, and it seems like those 7 matches they have drawn are some 0-0, or probably 2 of those matches are 1-1. Because they have only scored 2 goals. Defensively, not bad. Defensively, not bad at all. They conceded 8 goals. Yes, they have conceded 8 goals. Where are we at? No. Wow. Wow, I don't know. Just missed this text. All right. Yes, so Veer United people have a very good defensive unit in all sphere of thing. That's my view based on what they have collected. Alright. We won't behave yourself, man. I saying if you sound like your side LFC, Sir Saudi. Yes. But I think Liverpool conceded a lot of goals this year, man. But Vieira not conceded a lot of goals. Vieira conceded 8 goals, you know. The fewest of the teams in the lower half of the table. Yes. But no surprises there. No surprises there. Their coach, my very good friend too. He's a defender, you know. Mark, big up yourself, Rudy Dixon. So I guess he's taking his time to put on a solid defensive unit while he transitions from defense to attack. Alright, that's my thinking. And that's good going, Rudy Dixon. But you need to score some goals. You need some strikers. I probably need some insight onto these teams to see if how many chances they are being created during the games. So if they are created chances and not scoring, then we can look at that differently. Alright. Wow, Mr. Hill still not in. Let me see what's going on. Alright. One more message. Let's see who it is coming from. Still not Mr. Hill. Selenki going with some big things in our group, you know, but he don't want to come here. Tell him to join the show, man. Sure, join the show, Lenky, man. Come tell me something. Come chat some things in the chat, you know, have advice. Alright. So we are at Mullines United now. Who had won 3 games, draw 2, lost 6. They have scored 10 goals and conceding 17. So they are at -7. You see what I'm saying, people? So in terms of goals conceded, Vieira United have been doing very well. Alright. Tivoli Gardens. Win 3, draw 4, lose 4. 11 goals scored, 14 conceded. So maybe we can say Vieira unlucky, you know. Yeah, man. I think Vieira is based on these stats and the other team stats. I think they are a bit unlucky. Yes. Alright. Mobe, Montego Bay United. Win 4, draw 3, lose 4. So that's a 4-3-4 formation there for Mobe. Score 8 goals, 12 conceded. You know what I'm reading so far? You know, these teams are not scoring goals. Well, Tivoli and Mullines are gone to double figure. But the goal scoring, the attacking prowess of these teams are weak. Very weak indeed. Alright, so let me continue and we go up now to Portmore. Win 3, draw 6, lose 2. 8 goals scored, 6 conceded. A goal difference of 2. Again, Philip Williams, the coach of Portmore United, is a very articulate defensive coach. And let me explain myself. Philip Williams' teams that he coached, first, all of those teams, he makes sure he sort out them defensively first. Yes, that's how he coach. So he have a solid defense and then he work up to being, transiting with the attack. That's how he coaches. And if you notice, if you watch stats in the Manning Cup, when they just started, they weren't scoring a lot of goals. but they weren't conceded. So what he does, over time he developed very good tactics. So Portmore conceded 6 goals, but then only scored 8. Waterhouse scored 9, and they win 5 games, draw 1, and lose 5. Wow! So that L column is very. Sorry about that. L column is very high for most teams. The last. So we're saying Waterhouse scored 9 and conceded 7. Dumbo Holding win 5, draw 3, lose 3. 13 goals scored, conceded 9. Alright, so as we go, we see that teams are scoring more goals here. Arnett Gardens win 5, draw 3, lose 3. 19 goals scored, 13 against. So them are letting as much as all them are score. Harbourview, the defending champion, is in 4th position. Win 5, draw 4, lose 2. Score 17 goals, conceded 10. Humble Lions, Clarendon team again. Win 6, draw 2, lose 3. Scored 12 goals and conceded 6. Very interesting there for Humble Lion. So they are +6 in the goal difference chart. And that's in 3rd place. In 2nd place, Cavaliers. Win 7, draw 1, lose 3. Goals for 21, conceded 8. Not bad. They have scored 21 goals and they have conceded 8. 13 goal difference. Alright? But Mount Pleasant, leading the pack, people. Win 7, draw 3, lost only 1 game. They have scored 23 goals, the highest goal scoring team this far. Conceded 7 and a goal difference of 16. Now this Mount Pleasant team looks like they want to win the Premier League halfway in the season, eh? So that's the standing for the Premier League. And I must say, people, I'm going to take a closer look at the Premier League each week, our JPL, to see where they're at. Let me see if I can reach out to Mr. Hill right now, because we are what now? 1 hour gone. Hey, Lenky. So, Mr. Hill, what's your... Alright, send a text. Still not getting any response. Let me call. Alright, so I'm gonna give him a call to see what's the position just now. Alright, so again, RCW. Good night, Sir Sadi. Big up yourself, RCW. Olipa respect. Olipa respect. Yes. Alright, mailbox so far. So we continue to show people. So that's the Premier League, and let's see where do we go from here. Okay. So let me see now, Mr. Hill. Hopefully that he will join us very, very soon. You know, that's very, very important that we get through to Mr. Hill. Get him. He's our guest. We have been communicating people, so you know, I still have the confidence that he'll be coming. You know, the traffic in Kingston in the evenings. You know, so nothing wrong. You know that our show can run up to 3 hours, and you will still be here. Hopefully, you still have that energy to drive through the show. I've not seen a lot of persons in the show that we normally see these days. So I think I missed one RR chat. Any of the Edwin Allen Bala active in the JPL? I am not too sure, and not too sure about that RR. But we can ask. Mr. Butty is always there. I don't know if he'll come in, Mr. Donaldson, tonight. I've not seen the coach. Don't know if he's in with a different name. But if anybody know what's happening with Edwin Allen Ballers and their Premier League thing, just you can let me know, Let us know. Alright. So again, let me take the time out, people, to big up our sponsors. They are who there is. I want to put up this little piece. This is one of our sponsorship card that we started out with, and you must see that again. We want to say kudos to the Edwin Allen family who have just concluded 1 week of activity. 1 week of activity celebrating 59 years. Wow. 59 years. They have concluded their 1 week of activity today. I've not get any clippings from them, so don't know. Maybe I don't know if there's anyone from Medina who wants us to give a shout out to let us know how the week of activity went. Yes, we will accept that. All right. We'll accept that. RR, any information on the week of activity, my boss? All right. So that is that for this section. All right, people. As we mentioned earlier, we heard the news of the youngster, Dujan Whisper, right? Richards. So, Dujan Richards is what would I say now? Kingston College footballer, right? But I want to play something from the Maverick that you could listen. I hope you are hearing this. Is about to venture into Europe again for some trial stints. Let me start it over. I missed a little brewing controversy. Young Jamaica footballer Deshaun Whisper Richards is about to venture into Europe again for some trial stints in England and elsewhere. And of course, we know the odds are down, and very few players actually get contracts from footballer Deshaun. So while people are hopeful for Whisper, the optimism is cautious. The fact is though, Whisper has exceptional football and athletic qualities which are comparable to any 17-year-old player in the world. In other words, I don't think a lot of 17-year-old players possess the size, height, strength, pace, power, and technical qualities as Deshaun Richards. So whether or not he gets through with the trial in England or is the other one in another country, this youth, I think, with his level of unique qualities, Whisper will be less dependent on luck, and that scouts and agents will recognize and value his qualities. We just want to say to the young baller, go forth into Europe, and when you get there, don't whisper. So nice, make some noise, So that was the Maverick and the Whisper situation that we have there. All right. So as I said, people, Dujan Whisper is a very, very talented footballer. Very, very talented youth. For a 17-year-old, people, that guy has a lot to offer. I heard he's 6 feet. You would have said 6-footer. Yes. So, where will Dujan Richards end up, you believe, in the future? Craig Butler, people. You know, and there's a lot of argument coming over this whisper thing, you know, a whole lot of argument. And I'm saying this to say because I have heard that Craig Butler, the coach and manager for Phoenix Academy, we all know Craig. Yes? We all know Craig. Very controversial at times. But he's a smart man. Very smart. And he knows his job. That's the good thing about it. He knows his job. It's not a situation that we can say this man just make nice. He knows job, people. Alright? RR, what are you saying? Alright, so Tyrone. Yes. What Tyrone is saying. Oh, we have a few persons in the chat after that argument. Alright, so who the top striker in the Premier League? Is Anderson, the top striker in the Premier League with 9 goals. He's on 9 goals. Anderson from Cavalier and also Stewart from Mount Pleasant. They both score 9 goals so far. So they are the leading goal scorers in the JPL. Alright? The Arsenal fans won't be in here tonight, Sir Sadi. Why? Hold on. Give me no man. No. Big fan there, you know. Miss I'm there. So you have to change that around. Better you say the weak Arsenal fans. Got this Sir Gregory there, you know. Alright, so Errol Stewart. That is how Mount Pleasant usually starts. They always start, you know, they say impressive, but falters to the end. I think Mr. Stewart, you are right based on former years. But I believe this year, you know, I've seen only 2 games they played. They look good. Yeah, man, they look good. And the composition of their players this year, it's really a good set, to be honest with you. And I think Tapa. Hey, I want to, you know, people. In Jamaica, a matter of fact, worldwide, coaches have a lot to offer to some teams. And I believe that the players at Mount Pleasant, you know, rise to the occasion, the fact that they have the former national coach there. And they are not expecting any less. And the Mount Pleasant players, they have been treated very well too. So guess what? Hopefully, they will show their real potential throughout the season. They wouldn't falter. But let's see what. Still a long way to go. Even though I don't like this type of a competition that we are seeing. They need to have 2 championships in the Premier League. One for the league and one for the playoff. That's how I believe. That's what I believe in. Alright? So, Tyrone, I'm going charge Mr. Hill if he don't forward. Time is of essence. I'm telling you, Sergio, that is so true. But guess what? We're still hopeful, and I'm gonna give him another call in the next 5 minutes, and you know, hopefully that he will come on, because trust me, he promised me wholly and solely from last week that he will be here. Alright? And let's see what happens. So RR at RCW, them get a hit into reality. Who get the hit? You mean Arsenal? No, man. It's just a little one catch them get. It's a fake up, you know. It's a fake up, man. But honestly though, I think this loss for Arsenal would have done, you know, a world of good for them for the title. Yes, so they only have the title now to concentrate with. With so many games to play and you're only concentrating on one competition. Now me think them gone with it big time. Yes. Away from me crown them have it now. Arsenal always well represented. Just got a dent today. But we'll be back. Yeah man, you just get a catch Joe. Joe is another Arsenal man. Alright, so no worry yourself. RCW, them there. Here? Alright. And we have people not going to say it now, but we have whole heap Arsenal fan now, You know the wagonist thing go? You know the wagonist thing go, eh? We have a whole heap Arsenal people right now. Me can tell you that straight off the bat. Whole heap Arsenal people now. Because what? Wagonist. People of winners still. That's how you go. So, RR, Whisper the schoolboy sensational. What about the JPL? You're asking about the JPL by itself or respect to Whisper? Will he play in the JPL? I don't know what exactly you're saying there. Clear it up for me because we want to get it in. Sorry. Respect Sir Joe. Alright. RCW said that. Man as my family. That's a Joe. So yes, what we are saying now as it relates to Dojan Richards and his future. Craig Butler mentioned that he will be going for trials among top 4 clubs in England. Not just England, he will be traveling across Europe. And people, remember, as what Oral Tracy said, this is not the first time Craig Dojan Whisper is going to Europe, Because when Craig is moving, he's moving with him Phoenix people, right? Academy. Yes. But is this the right time? I don't think it's a problem with the time. I think the younger he is, the best time to move out seeking professional insights. He will learn. He has a lot to learn. And he might find it very tough to even manage or to give us a showing of what he does in the Manning Cup. He might. But with the talent that he has, no doubt that he can replicate some of it. No doubt. Just saying. Alright? Alright. The story that surrounds Mr. Dojan Whisper Richards is that Craig Butler and his dad are having differences. Put it that way. I don't know for what reason. And so at 17, I believe Dojan wouldn't have an agent. Now reach that stage if you have an agent. So the parents will usually have to act on his behalf. The question I'm asking now, and this will raise another set of questions. Is Craig Butler acting or is taking the responsibility of Dojan's parents? The fact that they're traveling. Or is the parents of Dojan travels along with Phoenix? Tell me. Because I'm sure Craig Butler is hoping for him to land something. I don't know how the contractual arrangement would be. But this now gives me an idea of what transpired with Chapelton Maroon players, those schoolboys. Where I think I've said before, maybe Coach Hyde is their representation as guardian. Coach Hyde, since you have so much players who believe in you and follow you everywhere you're going, I think you need to put the academy in. Yes, I think so. I really, really think so. But I heard another news. I'm just babbling and going from one step to the other as the ideas come. That it is the school, Clarendon College, who stopped the boys from play for Chapelton Maroons. That's what I heard in some circles. Yes. So, the fact of the matter, if it is the school that stopped them from playing, I guess the school is responsible for them. So it is not Lenny Hyde who stopped them. Those are information that was gathered, you know. Alright, people? Not me. Just some information that I received. Or is it that they are saying it is the school to take the pressure off Coach Hyde? Food for thought, people. Food for thought. Food for thought. What say you people? So RR, who to watch for since Boza? Ask Mesa will respond to that one for me. Tyro J, Sadi, do you know of any youngsters getting called up for the national and its new regime? No man, Dujan Richards, got a call up the other day in the national. I think it was 2 or 3 schoolboys who got their first call up from coach, Yes. I think 2 schoolboys got a call up the other day, including Richards. Alright? Gregory Messam, Sir Sadi, for more clarification, call Father Blacks. You better call Father Blacks. I wonder if he will answer the phone. Let me check, Messam. Let me check if he will answer the phone. Let me check. I really don't want to put him on the spot, but let me hear what he's saying. Wow. Sorry about that. I'm looking for Father Black's number. Father Black's. Alright, Miss Sam, you sure the man will answer me, boss? Me know why you set me up, Neil, the man himself. Alright. I'm gonna call him. Not going to put him live on here yet until him willing to answer. Or willing to talk to me about it. Alright. RR, guess have me a sit too long. Why may I tell a star? Trust me. Me still hopeful, RR. Honestly, me still hopeful. You get what I'm saying? I'm still hopeful. Father Black's not answering Mesa. You probably give him a link. Let me try call Mr. Hill again. Ah boy, I'm telling you, people. This is a hard show. The class is hard sometimes. I write me good lesson plans, and you start your lesson and you see that some of the students them come late, like Tariq and them, they always come late. I mean, no RR have a plan for them, But I don't know what plan RR have for Mr. Hill. But let us hear. I'm calling him again. I don't know, people. I really don't know. But may I tell you, if Mr. Hill no come tonight, if he come tomorrow, I run the show tomorrow, Because he won't be able to attend on a Monday. Mailbox again. Ah, boy. Somehow me think Mr. Hill watch the show, and I don't know, people. I don't know. You see me start 5 minutes late. I was on the phone with him, I was on the phone with him, so let me see how this will go. Yeah, man, we were trying to see how best it would work out, but he was driving with the phone, and that connection thing just never right. So that's the reason why, people. So that's why I'm really optimistic. All right, so I think they are saying that it is the school to take the pressure off Hyde. If the school put out that information, me believe that to, Sir Stewart. Yeah, man, me believe that. And maybe Hyde, hey, listen me, Mr. Hyde, you promised me an interview, I mean, I still call you out. I still want to interview you. I still want you to talk to us about the type of football that Clarendon College played this year. I still want you to tell me how you feel after winning this prestigious season unbeaten. Yes, so don't worry about it. We will discuss where we'll be going with the call, Mr. Hyde. So I still want you on set. Alright? You're the boss. You're the big schoolboy coach, and we still have to respect that. But this whole issue around Chapelton Maroons, needed a little clarity. And maybe you could touch that too. Alright, so I always say you have 21 questions. Oh my God. 21 questions. Alright, Gregory, Sir Sadi, Mr. Hill gone over the hill star. Me don't know where man gone, boss. Mr. Lee, Sadi, call you back up guest blacks. I say, call you back. Okay, alright. Let me see. Blacks not go answer, man. Me I tell you the truth. Blacks not answer me. Call them star. Blacks not answer me. Call them. But people, it is what it is now. We continue to run the show. Alright? And as I promise, trust me, I still have a little confidence. But I mean, I know. Maybe me fool. But when you have a confidence, as much as we don't see him yet, 1 hour, almost an hour and a half, and I know your people are looking out, it's really rough. But let us see what he will do, let us see what will happen. Because the man of his word, may I tell you the truth, people. He a good youth. So, I don't expect this as me say. He was in traffic and somehow people never work out. But still hopeful because we have been communicating right through the week up to show time, and that's one of the reasons we're having a conversation, trying to see how it will work on the phone. But let's see what happens. All right. Yes. So this is the situation we want to look into of how Sir good to be here. Hey, people, I want to take the time out to big up Sir George Good, a colleague of mine. And I must say to you, people, that this gentleman will be answered. Hopefully, Mr. Good, you are ready for Wednesday night. He's a colleague principal, and he's a nominee for the LASCO Principal of the Year 2022 in Jamaica. That's the type of people we're talking about. Sir George Good, a senior principal. And so, boss, we wish you all the best. And welcome to the Saudichress Show. This is your first night. Thank you very much. And I can see you have joined in and subscribed. Hit the like button as well, Sir Good. You don't know. I know time is an essence for you and so on. But people, just meet Mr. George Good. He's always good. Good to the good. All right, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Gregory Messam again. Well, my bad, Sir Sadi. Sir Black still in a healing process. Him teeth get kicked out. When Black's teeth get kicked out? Hold on. Gregory Messam. Me no like the argument there. Me no like that argument that you come with. Today? Lord of his mercy. What you say happen? Who kick out Black's teeth, man? Oh, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. You have to explain that to me, boss. Yes, sir, good. Blessings, thank you. You're most welcome, my boss. So, Sir Sadi, try Cinemax and let go to Showtime. What performer try darker shade with him? Gregory, behave yourself, no man. All right. R saying, Mr. Good, welcome to the show. Yes, man, welcome to the team. This is it, Mr. Good. One big family we have here on the Saudichress Show. And I hope you do enjoy yourself. All right, so we have a caller here on the line. And let me take our first caller. Mr. Stewart, good night, sir. You're live. What say you?
Hey, good night, everyone. You're on your guest. Kind of disappointed, patiently waiting for your guest, Mr. Hill, to turn up. Yes, but while we patiently or impatiently wait on him, that issue regarding the schoolboys,
Yes.
I don't know what part the school would have played in preventing them from participating for Troubled Maroons.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're being students. The school, I think, would have that role or that control as it applies to them representing the school. The school and competition runs by that which is run by ISA.
Yes.
I think once it comes out of that area, come out at beyond that, like for the Premier League, although they are still not contractual players, but I don't think the school has anything, if anything at all, to do with them not playing for Chapelton Maroons. I think it will more likely be the coach, influenced by the coach. So I doubt if the school would have played a role in that, because really the school don't have much to do with them. Only on the competitions run by ISA. That's where their jurisdiction ends. Under ISA, but once it comes out of that frame, their Premier League and otherwise, I don't think the school needs somebody, probably Mr. Hill, maybe he could shed some light in that regard as it applies to student participating in a competition. What role the parents, coach has, who manage and who is under their control. Just the same scenario that playing out with Whisper here, with Craig Butler and the parent of Richard.
Yes.
Same thing. So maybe Mr. Hill, if he comes on, could shed some light on the matter. But I don't think the school has any, if any at all, little or no part to play in them not representing Chapelton Maroon. I'm going to go back into your chat and listen while you.
I share the same sentiments, Sir Stewart. Honestly, I do. I think that argument came about to help out the coach based on probably some backlash going on in different specs of the island, or maybe overseas as well. So, maybe it's a cover up, to be honest with you. That's my own thought. And, I'm not one to debate it as such. If Coach Hyde is willing and still willing to give us, an interview to appear on the show, then all of this could be trashed out. Because, we wouldn't be here to knock heads or to burn any fire, as what Capleton or some people would say. But
I don't have much on it in terms of, but it's just from outside, looking from outside, so to speak. I don't know how it's been done in terms of they cross the T's and dot all the I's in regards to 17-year-old student, who they represent, how they can represent, who is there, like traveling abroad, as you were talking about Dejan Richard's situation. If the parents are allowed to, maybe if Craig Butler, who is the head of the academy, is allowed to, because the parents would have given control for once he attends that, he's attending that academy. So if they're going on a tour or whatever it is, he would be in charge of them. He would be responsible for them. So no need for the parents to be there. But if on a professional basis, like going on a not scouting, but training, like for a European club or whatever, maybe it ends there. Maybe, I don't know. And I said, maybe Mr. Hill or someone else who is more learned, who is better able to speak in that capacity. But it's something worthwhile discussing.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. And I will in a little while, I will get some information to, clarify our own beliefs of how the age limit and the contractual thing will go.
Yes, those aspects. How they plays out, or what augurs in different jurisdiction. What happens in this case with Shackleton Maroon and with Clarendon College player? What happened with Duran Richards? I think one of those persons, maybe Mr. Hill, maybe he's so learned that he can shed some light on it and better inform us on we are speculating.
Okay. Yes, most definitely. Most
All right.
definitely.
I'll join back your chat.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for your contribution tonight, Mr. Stewart. Respect and
You're welcome.
yeah, man. Thank you. All right. So, yes, sir. Good blessings, everyone. That's nice. Good to hear you. Good to have you again, sir. We also have RCW. Good night, Sir Spy. Spy, you hear that? Yeah, man. Sir Spy. There, let me put this phone on charge. Well, people, yes, I am really disappointed now with the fact that we have gone hour and 35 minutes and it's still a no show for Mr. Hill. After we spoke, we actually spoke at, let me give you the time that we spoke, to be honest with you people. I don't want to say anything wrong, but we spoke at we spoke at 8:25, yes, and he was actually driving. And we were trying, he never wanted to connect with the phone. Driving and using this sort of thing, especially in the night, would not give us clear or visual and so on. But however, what I would say, if you're listening, sir, if you could even just give us a call, give me a call so we could talk live, just for our viewers who have been waiting patiently for us to go. All right? So again, let me take the time out to say big up to our sponsors again, most definitely. And people, remember that you can call in, call in and help me to manage this show. The number we're working along with the 501 6255. That's the number. So 501 6625. That's the number that we're working with tonight for the call. All right. So let me see this information as we speak. People may tell you, trust me. I'm so delighted. I'm so happy for you. I'm so grateful that out of patience for watching and waiting for a hour and a half, and you are still here. It really brings a lot. So, for professional contract. All right. So Gregory, greetings, Sir RCW. I'm here wondering if Mr. Hill next door me. Yeah, because I am at the bar as we speak. Sir Sadi, you want me to check if he is here, sir? That's why you not do much talking, Miss Sam. You're at the bar. You could check it out. RCW Coach Taffy can send some players to the Maroons. We have not been seeing Coach Taffy on the setting. I don't know if he's watching using a different name and don't want to speak, but Coach, a lot of people ask about you, and so they call you out from time to time, All right. So again, people, we ask the question about age limits, how the contractual thing goes. And, it says that the legal contract age, people, is 18 years old. Yes. There are ways and means for 17-year-olds to sign contracts. All right. And especially in the States, the majority is 18. There are some states that stipulate that 19 years old is the age to sign contract. Remember, Sam, you are in the football arena as it relates to academy. You probably could shed some light on that. But in the States, they are saying it's 18, and some states have it to be 19. All right? So we can look further to see what it is like in Europe. But people, we are saying that, do age really matter for contract? Yes? We are saying that, and what I am seeing, people, is that minors do not have the legal capacity to enter in any binding contract. All right? No minors. And minors under the age of 18. Yes? However, an agreement can be made while a person was a minor. All right? Maybe expressly or implicitly or impliedly ratified once they reach the age of legal, of legal majority, so that the agreement becomes valid and binding. The age of legal majority is separate from legal age of license. All right, people? So those are some information that I just gathered. All right, so RCW, LOL, go check Sir Spy. I know it's rough day for the Gooners today, but don't drink too much at the bar. RCW. A different type of drinking mess. Let me leave that one out here, sir. Let me leave that one out. I don't want to put myself in any trouble. So Tyrone Spy, look to your right, Mr. Hilla Chill. I wonder if, hey, Joey, come like you there at the bar too, You there a tea bar? A tea or drink or a juice bar? Which one? Oh Lord, I tell you. All right. What the question I asked, though, people, when I asked about if the parent is traveling, what I notice with most academies in Jamaica, football academies there is, they don't have this sort of living accommodation or schooling. What they have is their training sessions and their fields and so on, where people come in and do their things. But again, we don't want to even compare it to a Mount Pleasant Academy or a Phoenix Academy. They have the facilities to host players. But what we learned, especially from Coach Clark, Principal Clark from the Mount Pleasant Academy, is that they have their youths investing in them 3-4 years, and then here persons just come and take them away because there's no contractual agreement signed because of their status in terms of age. Right? So it is really sad. So it's a chance. It is a chance running an academy where people can just come in and move out the youth them when they reach 16. Yes. So FIFA is saying too, players under the age of 18 not sign a professional contract for a term longer than 3 years. Any clause referring to a longer period shall not be recognized. Again, now, worldwide, and you can check out this on the playerscode.co.uk. All right, and the question is also asked, do academy players get paid? Does Craig Butler pay these Phoenix players? Because we have seen Craig Butler here in Jamaica, don't send his players to national teams, That's serious. I'm telling you, it happened. So I don't know what are the agreements or how much, responsibility he has over that period. We don't know. But what is the age, or what age can you get a football contract? Let us zoom into that. And it is saying that youth player contracts, age 17-year-old, you can get a football contract in some places. So they are saying that football clubs can offer a player pro contract at age 17 years old. But there are some other little fine prints. There are some other little contractual agreement as it relates to parenting and guardian in that. Yes. All right. Now, the question I'll ask, do academy players get paid? So Mr. Stewart is saying it is a similar situation happening to Craig Butler as what happened to Mount Olivet players. I'm not sure about that Mount Olivet Academy. Give us some finer details on that one. I don't know about that one yet, Sir Stewart. So enlighten us on that one. Now, in some aspect, listen to this, people. Yes, and I will quote where I get my information from. All right, I will let you know where I get my information from. Again, it's this player scout. All right, there's a player scout site. So players get paid, academy players get paid, but it depends on the player's age, the club, talent, and interest from other clubs. RCWS, a milkshake you drink. Find out where Gregory drink on the other side of me. And if him do find me brethren Owen, find out too. Ah boy. One more time for Mr. Hill. I'm gonna call him again and I'm not start calling him. I'm not stop calling him at all. Alright. So we continue. So people, RR Maroon was playing for free under 18s. Those players were not Maroons, man. That's why them jump ship. Mailbox Mr. Hill again, star man not answering. Maybe him drop asleep. I hope he's not drop asleep on the road, you know. Yes. I hope it's not on the road him drop asleep at all. Try both phones. So we are saying that for academic players to get paid, there's a lot of things that involve. 1, the age of the player. 2, the club. 3, the talent. And 4, the interests of other clubs. They gave us category 1 and 2 clubs. I'm not too sure about that, but this is what I'm reading. So they are giving us some category 1 and 2 clubs. So category 1 and 2 clubs can register players at 9 years old, but these players do not receive wages. Sometimes parents may receive financial help from the club for traveling and schooling. Yes, youth academies may also offer discrete incentive to keep players happy. Again, people, I know you don't see your guests and you'll probably be disappointed, but please hit the like button, man. Thank you very much. Give it some likes. RR 6 for a 9, Mr. Hill. Why bowling? I tell you. I am really disappointed tonight. I am. Because, we could have gone other way. But still giving him the benefit of doubt. Some things we don't know what's happening. But I am sure. I tried calling both ways and no response. Alright, let's continue. Youth players receive a salary when they leave school and sign professional contract, like other industries, where an apprentice receives a low wage before signing a professional contract. This is when players moved into the academy scholarship phase. Alright, thank you. Give me 2 more likes and we're good. 2 more likes, people. For now, 2 more likes and we're nice. All right. And if we get 1 more subscription, that good enough. Yes. 1 more subscription and we're gonna lead. All right. So again, we want to go further into the wage system. All right. Scholars wages are around, and this is pound, you know, 4 to 7k per person. Oh, yes, depending on the club again. But let us look at the youth players' contract to narrow down to what we are trying to make of it. Football clubs can offer a player a pro contract at age 17 years old. This is when the money rises and they will receive a traditional salary. This ranges from club to club. Players can earn £300 to 1.5k per week. Even more for hot prospects. So again, it's the talent part coming to play. I think when it comes to this, there's a little shift of the goalpost, from what we learned a few years ago. So the goalposts have shifted. Maybe for the better, of course. Yes. Now, this is often subject to how talented or sought after the player is and how close he is to first team football. Example, after 2 Premier League starts, Raheem Sterling at age 17 negotiated a new 30k a week contract. Find out more on youth contracts. So what they are saying that if a player is a bright prospect or is a sought about player, then a pro contract can be given. And they make mention of Raheem at age 17 started his first Premier League. And then after that him negotiate 30,000k a week contract. Oh boy, I tell you. Now, youth player pre-agreement contract. So we have to look at different ways of how this thing works. All right. So you come back with this milkshake again. Are you seeing one, boss? All right. Youth player pre-agreement contract. People, let me know, if you like. All right. So we basically are going good with the likes, But there are some persons who came in and gone and never hit the like button. All right. So talented scholars may sign a pre-agreement. That it say, may sign a pre-agreement if they are too young for a pro contract. And after this, we're going to fit Mr. Richards in that puzzle. Because I feel with situation this, right? This is our situation. However, these are easy to get around for the big clubs interested in signing the player. So you see when the big clubs then come in, them do as them like, eh? Oh my God. Pre-agreements are good for 2 reasons. One, to show a commitment to the player from their current club. So, Mr. Clark, I don't know if this can merit Mount Pleasant Academy now. I don't know. I don't know if this pre-agreement contracts can work out in your academy. But it says pre-agreements are good for 2 reasons. One, to show commitment to the player from their club. So maybe Dujan Richards have a pre-contract with Phoenix. I heard that question before, but I don't know. Just maybe. So he can't leave Phoenix unless Craig Butler release him. The second part, to increase any transfer fee if the player leaves for a bigger club through tribunal. Oh, interesting. Let me read it again. To increase any transfer fee if the player leaves for a bigger club through a tribunal. So that pre-contract, and you notice in most contractual agreement, the money that they speak about is not paid up front. But there are some conditions that are, especially when teams that they have moved to have some levels of success in their competitions. So let us put Mr. Richards into this now. And maybe Mount Pleasant Academy people. Because we learned from Mr. Clark recently, that him have youth them for many years, 2, 3, 4 years. However, people come in at youth them at 16, 15. Move them especially to schools, and after that, Mount Pleasant get nothing. So let us put this into perspective now. So Dujan Richards going to England or anywhere in Europe, and 2 or 3 clubs are interested in Richards. Have an interest based on his talent and his prospect. Worst case scenario, if one big club in the Premier League, or one of the top 10 clubs I believe in the Premier League, like him, then if he had a pre-contract with Phoenix, it would be easier for Phoenix to negotiate with that club, because he had a pre-contract, so he can't just leave. So, and if there's a transfer fee that now sounds as if there's an increase, then Phoenix can benefit afterwards as the parent club. That's how I understand it. Again, I encourage Mr. Clark to go further. You have more knowledge and idea about this thing, but this is learning information for us. So, when I learned of how your players just leave your system, it doesn't sound good. I don't like that part of it. I think you are well deserved of whatever that player move on to. You should be a part of it. You have spent your dollars, many millions, to host school and feed these kids. All right. Now, we go further to look at the agents themselves. Football agents and youth player wages. Listen to this. Football agents and youth player wages. Now, the team love them or hate them people. Whether you like them or you hate them. The agents are here to stay. Just like persons who sell land in a real estate agent and, trust me, they work out. For you to get a house to buy or to sell one, you go to a real estate agent, and it works out easier than you unless you just go and sell your house for whatever cost to a friend. But football agents are the deal makers in modern football. One of the very main reasons for the spike in youth player wages is down to the football agents. A matter of fact, I don't believe it's just for youth. But because the agents have so much talk and responsibility, they can evaluate the players on their own. So there's not a square evaluation that everybody around the world looks to. I want to learn how they evaluate players though. But anyway, that's another story. So again, we are saying, or I am saying, one of the main reasons, based on what I have read and what I am seeing here, for the spike in youth player wages is down to the player's agent. Players cannot sign with an agent until the age of 16 though. So here you go again. At 16, you can't have no agent. Because I was saying, and if you listen to the first part of the show, people, I believe that 17 and 18 couldn't sign a pro contract. Alright? But now we are seeing it, they're saying that age 17 can sign a pro or a pre-contract. Alright. Agents get a lot of bad press, yet working with an established agent is best practice for a pro footballer. Yeah, trust me, I'm no good, I'm not easy. They take care of business so the players can develop their game. In the space of 4 seasons, a talented young footballer agent might negotiate his first professional contract if 17 years old. This can only be for 3 years. So again, if they are signing a contract, a professional contract at 17, it must be renewed at age 20 because it only can last for 3 years. That's what it is saying. And that's the law now. Alright? Negotiate a new deal on his 18th birthday. And now, 18-year-old contracts are up to 5 years. So when that player sign at 17, the following year, the agent can negotiate now, At this 18th birthday, he can negotiate for a new deal. And they are saying at age 18, your contract can go up to 5 years. It doesn't stop there. Renegotiate a new deal after promoting to first team squad. Remember now, all this 16, 17 in a first team yet. Probably still playing for the under 23s or the under 18s. But as soon as he reached that first team squad, yes, as soon as he reached the first team squad, people, the agent can now negotiate a new deal, whatever his age is. No, it still continues, He then renegotiated a new deal after becoming a first team regular. So let's say him get a one player. And I remember when Trent Alexander get him like a bus, when Nathaniel Klein was the right back for Liverpool got injured. That's how Trent get a game, I don't know if you remember, people. And from that very first game, never turned back. So you are saying that the fact that he becomes a first team regular, playing 2 and 3 games on this span, he can renegotiate. Now, listen how it go again. If that very same player is now progressing to his national team, throughout the negotiation, the agent will meet other clubs, so they raise the evaluation of this of this player. So if we whisper in this scheme of things, yes, put whisper in this scheme of things. So I'm going England, Man City take him on, yes, and then the rest is history. So he's playing for the under 18s or the under 23s. Get a one play, becomes a first regular, or even a 2 regular. But because of that, Jamaica wouldn't have no doubt, Jamaica wouldn't have no choice but to call him for the national program because he's playing at the highest level. And once he has progressed to the national team, then the agent will look to other clubs just to ensure that the evaluation step up. You see how the business go? So the national setup has a way to go. I remember sometimes, I think probably about 10 years ago. No, more than 10 years. And I remember this talk coming from when Jamaica went to the World Cup in 98. Yes, 1998. I always mixed up, That's where I learned that players to get professional contracts, their clubs, their countries has to have a certain ranking in the FIFA rank. Yes, they have to rank at a particular number in the FIFA ranking at the time of seeking that professional contract. You did know that? Mesam, you would have known. So when your club, I don't know if it still stands, but if Jamaica, for example, it's not ranked at a particular level, the players can't get no contract. A matter of fact, very few clubs will sign a player who have not at least played for their national team once, unless they are coming up through their different academics. But let's take let's take Sadi now. Young Sadi. No. Young Saudichress. I couldn't play for Milwaukee, or for Reading, or for Liverpool, if I never play for Jamaica back then. You get what I'm saying? Based on how this thing used to go. One of the things, people, is that the rules or the criteria has changed over time. Maybe changed rapidly, very fast. Because I know I learned that. I don't know if it is the same, but we'll hear some more on that. We'll get the professionals to come and talk. Now, when you look at England, the English system, the English youth systems, compared to other football nations, countries with endless amounts of talent but less money pouring into the domestic league. French players with 200 plus appearance may earn less than 30k a week Raheem Sterling earn. Wonder if you understand what they are saying. That in England, so as again, I think I said earlier that England overprice or over-evaluate some players. Alright, Sir Stuart, you hear what I say? I think the country has to rank up to 75th. I don't know if this is still the case. That was the case back then, sir. So we probably will zoom into that. We're gone 2 hours and 6 minutes now. People, you just let me know, Let me know if you are tired of the show. The fact that I'm here alone. And you are disappointed with the guest. You can tell me, I don't have a problem. But I believe in you. Just like how you believe in me. Thank you very much for staying. Now, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool will not have another Raheem Sterling wage situation. And remember, it's at 17-year-old. Alright? He has implemented a wage cap for all 17-year-olds in their first year of pro contract. You hear what Klopp did, boss? This new policy aims to help decrease the pressure. That's what he's saying, This new policy aims to help decrease the pressure on young players. Youth players can no longer earn a salary basis of over 40,000 a year. But is that just in Liverpool or right across England though? Southampton FC and Spurs also choose to adopt this refreshing approach to youth development, hoping this will keep the players' feet on the ground. So it is expected that other Category 1 academies to follow this example soon. So this policy is brought into England by Liverpool's manager, Jurgen Klopp. Let's see if that will take set right around the world. I want to Klopp from Klopp come to England, Klopp want Klopp want to change the whole English business in a region. This man a complain for everything. All when the team are do well and manage, Klopp still have a complaint. My team, but coach disappointed, man. So remember Klopp come in and I say, why do we have 2 legs of FA Cup, 2 legs of the Carabao Cup and all those things? Why do you have an extra time? Why not just go straight to penalty? That was Klopp's idea. And so they remove it from the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. One of them. Yes, I think it's the Carabao Cup. The Carabao, no, sir. Still 2 legs. But I think he had made some breakthrough with one of those competition. Or if it is not that, I think he looks at the changes that he want to adapt from 3 to 5? But Klopp always on the lookout. Klopp always trying to negotiate to get the changes done the moment he comes to England. All right, so let us look at some scenarios though, people. If you want to look at academy players, what percentage of academy players make it to professional football? Who want to tell me? Yes, what percentage of our academy players make it? You see, that question goes to show or goes to tell us that, listen, investing in an academy, especially in Jamaica, is a risk. If you don't love football and love football development, you are doing your academy business on a risk. Why? Let us see what happens. We know that the main of these academy and, the professional academics really is to sign the best players they can. Give them access to the best training and environment they can thrive. Do we have that here in Jamaica? Well, Phoenix will tell you that. The problem, hold on a sec. So, another call coming in. Mr. Stewart is back with us. So, hold on. Sir Stewart.
Throw some light, just to, since your guess is, I wouldn't say apparently, obviously not going to turn up tonight, to see, just to show some traction onto the aspect of what you're saying about academy.
Yes.
Where, you set up an academy to develop talents and so on, to make professional. Because I think the reason why you do it, you come with the idea in the first place, is to turn these talents, put them into a career, a professional career.
Yes, that's true.
And so on. So that's why you start them. I think Messi started at 9 or 10 or so, 8 or 9. They saw the talent in him and they put him there. So from his development would be controlled, managed, and so properly. And I think Jamaica is trying in Mount Pleasant and Phoenix.
Yes.
Craig Butler and all of those are way in which these people pioneer these things. But it's just not fair for the academies to be investing, time, effort, money, all of these things. When we hear about the principal here for the Mount Pleasant Academy.
Yeah, Mr. Clark.
Yes, Mr. Clark. And so on. And it is mind-boggling to know that after you develop or developing these players academically and otherwise, that for institution, whether it be school or club, because of weakness or some things that put in place for them to just come and take these players from you. And I made mention of Mount Olivet. I made a wrong name. Because this place is nearby to Mount Pleasant, I said Mount Olivet. Mount Olivet, I mean.
Okay.
I meant Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
And I say a similar scenario is playing out. In that probably, we don't know the facts of the matter, but if Dajan Richards was at, or still at, KC, played for KC, so those things, I don't know if he's still on the management of the academy, although he's representing KC. He's a student now at KC.
Yes.
But I still think that Craig Butler have an input in his development, and he is making no bones about it. That he was a part of this player's development to the stage that KC could see him to play for them. That he is now people talking about him because of his performance. You think that he has something to do with that? I don't think he knows he had something to do with that. So if other clubs are showing interest in him, as you had said earlier, in these top teams in England or Europe, I think as an arrangement, I don't know what was put in place, but these academies have to, you just outline some ways, some things that I didn't even know of what can be done before the player reach 18 years, when the players, and these youngsters are in their early teens, whether it's 13, 14, 15, something can be done to prevent what apparently is happening now with Craig Butler and the parents not to happen. So if a contractual arrangement, whatever pre-contract or whatever terminology is used to describe the agreement was done, that Vanny Clark and the others will use this information to take a different approach when recruiting these players to their academies. Because it's really not fair. I recall when we in Canada, there was it still remain a team here that I know somebody, a player there at one of the Premier League clubs. They're no longer in the Premier League. They have been relegated.
Okay.
But to get that player, defender, here, the amount of things we have to go through the JFF, through the club, to get the player here to play. Cameroon is not even considered one of the premier football countries in the minerals, then, so to speak. They went to the World Cup the other day after mostly 36 years or so on. So, and here is it, I couldn't believe I was a part of it, and I couldn't believe what had to be done, the negotiation it entails. To the player come here now, they couldn't play one game. I migrated, but just to get a transfer.
Yes.
The amount of things where the club asking for house and land, man.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot, and you have to understand the level of investment that was made.
Yes, and when I see it, I said, oh, because I didn't know. I was around football, but I didn't know this aspect of it. I didn't know until when. I think that the player could just, I know that something had to be done, but I didn't know you have to cross all the T's and dot all the I's in order to get the player to be playing. Because the player was here and couldn't play a game.
True.
Couldn't play a game until them hell bent that them need this and they need that, and some things that had to be done you wouldn't have believed.
That's true, man.
If I outline to you some of the things that we had to just concede and just give. Oh my God! So I know that it really involves from every aspect. I recall even the guy Austin, Rudolph Austin.
Yes.
That even when he was playing for the Belgium team.
Yes, he was in Belgium at once.
And he was in England at one stage.
Mm-hmm.
His club in Morgan's Pass, not even Penance, his club in Morgan's Pass, who he used to play for before, when he was just before even Clarendon College.
Yeah, man, at a young 10-year-old.
Yeah, they had to get some. Every aspect of his development, every club who were that were associated with his development, that he could be seen, that he could know, that they considered a part of his development. All the clubs that he went to, he played for, had to get something from the club that he was now playing for.
It's just a pity that some of the early school settings never get anything either.
No, that wasn't the case earlier. It's just, and I say it opened my eyes because I didn't know that much about it until when I was actually a part of it, get caught in it, so to speak.
Yes.
Because all I went and do, I told them that this player, I can get this player, and not realizing that there was so much that was needed
involved
to be done in order for the player to represent the club. So back to the academy. Yes, that I hope that Vanny Clark and the others Craig Butter, and I'm a bit surprised when I heard Vanny Clark spoke on him not, Douglas Common. I could not, and I still can't wrap my head around it, how he and others, administration-wise, and consider that I think that it had some input, that Academy there had some input from I think they're linked to one of the English clubs or so. I don't know. But the point I'm making is that I couldn't understand how he was found wanting in that regard. Because there is no way I could have an academy and I don't put system and procedure. I get legal advice.
Yes.
To prevent that from happening. There is no way I could have an academy and after bringing this player to fruition, where people can see this player and demand the services of this player, this talent that I nurtured and bring to this point, that it just went through my hands just like that.
Just like that.
No.
So Stewart, when you look at it, it's a big thing. It's a big deal for me because look, Mount Pleasant would have brought these players even overseas to participate in overseas tournament.
Yes.
So you can imagine they give them even overseas exposure at such a tender age, but yet still there's no loyalty. No loyalty.
I'm not even talking about loyalty. Yes, the loyalty you're talking for the where the loyalty comes in. I mean, for the player to stay at the academy and not
player and parents. I'm not saying that they need to stay, sir. But look, when you have persons going through the academy, in the case of Mount Pleasant, and I'm sure, sir, trust me, there's so much Mr. Clark could have mentioned or speaker, but he didn't. But I can tell you this, I am sure that players walk out of that academy on a Monday, or let's say on a Friday, with the intention that he's going home to look for family, and never returned. Until you see those players playing in schoolboy football.
But aren't those still minors? Aren't those players still? They are under the age of 18, I assume.
Yes, they are.
Most of them, if not all.
They are under 18.
And that Mount, I continue to think of Mount Albert. Mount Pleasant would have had to do something to ensure that they are the guardian, they are the institution responsible for those minors, those boys who are under 18.
But
aren't they the responsibility of the parents probably sign off some agreement, to say, okay, you are responsible for the, something. I'm just thinking of,
sir,
they can't be just on their own. They can't just leave and go to a school. Something has to be in place.
Yes, man, I strongly believe that. And you see, I'm saying to you, Sir Clark, as I mentioned, pre-agreement contract, to listening to Mr. Clark and talking to him, I never get the idea, I never get the sense that they had anything like that. Big up Christopher Orwell. Good morning, sir. Right. I never get the idea that they had agreement contract. And so I would have asked them, and I would suggest to them to hold the parents responsible. Remember, the only thing Mount Pleasant asks of the parents is to send the kids in. Through, they would have their own little agreement and paperwork, and give them a school shoes. Mount Pleasant give them the uniform or the clothes to wear to class. They school them, they pay for CXCs and so for them. They get them traveling documents, airfare and all. And at 15, they just walk out like that.
Because the systems were not in place to prevent that happening. Because, and I go back there, it is clear that the system that they have there, apart from nurturing, schooling them academically and providing them with meals, and there are some aspect that need to be done. That's something that has not been done.
I strongly believe that.
Because there is no way you could have these teenagers, these young boys, under your guardianship, and they are allowed. I'm not saying that they don't have the intention, and they won't do it, but there must be something for you to protect this from happening. There must be something in place, and if it is not yet done, you better put it in place, because the scouts or whosoever they are, and what will happen to these schools, stroke clubs, stroke whatever it is, they will go to the parents. I think if they feel that they're not getting through to the academy, say Vanny Clark in this case is reluctant to release a particular book, they will go and coerce and to try and see how they can get the parents to take the child out of that academy. They will do that too. I think that will be done. So they have to safeguard themselves. The academy, Vanny Clark, and others, they need to do it.
I
A
think, sir.
situation is playing out, as you mentioned, about Craig Butler and so on, where him and his parents, and I think it's the same. Apparently, the same thing is happening, where the parents now feel that here it is, their son in Dujan is likely to be professional, get some money. He has been seen by the world or certain clubs, and they want to play that role now. They want to probably be that person now to manage him and to dictate what process. They don't have I don't think they have the professional capabilities, But
No.
they being the parent, and it happened in some jurisdiction too, where the parent just come and say they are managers, and without having any prerequisite, any requisite skills to do so.
Right.
But they feel when they're looking down, it's just the dollars. And what they apparently do is that we are the parents, so we must call the shots. We don't want you again to manage him.
You see,
And
if
these things are not in place, this is what is going to happen.
one of the things, sir, that I believe, as you mentioned, the schools that move in, like for players from Mount Pleasant, yes, they go to the parents. But what I think our own professional football body, along with JFF, can get involved. And sir, I am really serious about this point. It means that if I'm going to do some research and see if I can make my own organization to deal with these type of things, get some legal minds involved. Meaning to say that
Yes.
you, as the professional body responsible for football, could put system in place to say that no clubs or school could talk to a player. And listen to me now. No school or club should talk to a player under the age of 16. And let me tell you why. Use the same rule or law as the age of consent.
Is it okay for me to be honest? Sorry to interject.
Yes, man.
Is it
No
okay
problem.
for me to have this discussion while you're? Is it okay?
Yeah, man. Yes, man. You can. No problem.
Okay, because I don't want to to take away the time from
No,
the
man.
audience.
It is
and,
the same thing,
okay.
nothing wrong. Let me just take Mr. Samuel.
Okay.
All right, Samuel Johnson, Bridging Maka, Water, John, Zah, Clarendon. Where does the system goes wrong overall as a country, and how do we fix it? Not sure it. Good night, sir. Good night, sir. Samuel Johnson. One of your Canadian people in there calling us, sir. Stuart, man from Canada. Yes, what I am saying, sir, and why I said that no club or school, coaches or scouts, let me use no scouts, should have any conversation with a player under the age of 16. And let me tell you why. You can know exactly, boss, who is my parent if you see me play for Mount Pleasant. Me wrong or am I right? So most times, I mean, no, say how you go. Because I have had conversation with youths. Because of the youth first, you see, you don't see no parents.
Yeah.
But if that have a law to say that no conversation, it is a breach, and you make it that you will be fined, charged, or even been prosecuted if you are to caught or have information on you talking to a 15-year-old to move from
Yeah, that is true.
point A to B.
That is true.
Because
That
they
is so
talk to
true.
the youth, find out where them live, where them come from, who them parents with, and get their number, and then they move to the parents. I would have been
yes,
a
that is
guilty
so
person,
true.
Let me tell you this, sir. I'm not hiding it. I would have been a guilty person Because I have spoken to many youths over the years. Because yes, me understand, boss. I do understand. Because the youth first, you see, you go watch a match with a youth. You don't see no parents, boss. You understand what I'm
Yes, that
saying?
is true.
So if
Uh-huh.
so, here how it would work now. This is what I would propose. So you know that this youth play for Team Giant. So if you want to get through to that parents, you have to talk to Team Giant first. Let Team Giant say to you, listen, me not give you that information now because you not take me out. You go find another way, but you cannot speak to the child.
Yes, I concur.
That is one way I
Um,
believe, they could, the academies like Mount Pleasant can protect their players. And as me say, don't feel no way. I would be guilty of that. And if this come into play and you have to backtrack to charge, I would get charged too.
this thing that is unfolding with Chapelton Maroons, I think with the lack of certain system, certain procedure that is supposed to be put in place. I think what has happened is that these players, because Coach Hyde was their coach in the school, which is run by ISA, the parent body, which is responsible for the school's competition, has seen it fit, without anything in place, because there are loopholes, to take these players to Chapelton Maroons, who they can't sign until earlier in your earlier what you said, that they couldn't sign it, and then
Yes.
because they are like under his coaching, he's responsible for them then. Not only the Chapelton Maroon, like Lenny Hyde is responsible for these students because they're not on a contract and so on. So if he's demitted or fired as was done, then him see it fit that there's nothing wrong with him taking them neither. I don't think the school was involved. I don't think the school has a right to be involved, because their involvement in the Premier League has nothing to do with the ISA run competition. That the school is the only connection that the school has with these players is through ISA, the ISA run competition. The JPL is organized and run by a different body. I don't
Exactly.
think the school has a role in their participation in the JPL.
No, they don't. They don't. I categorically clear. I can tell you, they don't. So that argument, as I said, I heard it, sir, and I hear it in the media. It's not like somebody call me and tell me. I hear it in the media.
And this also, the clubs need to be protected too, because here is it. Chapelton Maroon was found wanting in that here it is, they couldn't field because some of the players were ill, and then with the exodus of these players, they probably they couldn't play a game. So the clubs, I hope they see it, they learn by this. Not only Chapelton Maroon, but other clubs who are engaging in this practice see it fit to put things, system and measure in place to prevent what happened to Chapelton Maroon as a club, what happened to Mount Pleasant as an academy, what apparently is happening now to Phoenix, as in Craig Butler and the parents, that they put system and measures in place, get legal minds to put system and measures in place to prevent these from unfolding.
One of the things that I am so disappointed with in our jurisdiction, and I'm just limited to Jamaica because I've not been anywhere else to speak or to look at those things. Our persons who are involved, so to speak, are our persons who, at the helm of things. And let me use like the JFF, so to speak. I think the JFF is so much afraid. They are timid in the sense that they don't want to have these conversations. I'm not saying they need to step in and stop or to block. But similarly, like how you find, we as YouTubers and so on, get the information and can speak about it. I think the JFF, through their communication, the arm of communication that they have, need to speak on these things too. And so it gives people an understanding and information, some level of comfort that, listen, the Jamaica Football Federation is a part of every process, is a part of the process and processes that help in the development of football in the country. It can't be that JFF only looking at their own national team, sir. And even then, again, remember, this is how I feel. And even then, as I said before, we have seen where academies and coaches withdraw their own players from national teams. If you do remember, and I have to hit out on Craig Butler with these things, not killing him. He must have his reason. But I remember when Leon Bailey was called, I don't remember if it was the first time to the national team. Did you know what Craig's response was, sir?
I don't recall.
Craig said, nah, send Leon Bailey. If they want Leon, they need to call Craig, what's his son name again? Kyle Butler. It's a package. That's what. That's what Craig said. Him say, if you don't call it two of them to the team, you can't get one.
Oh yes, those situations.
And that was a standoff.
Yes, and because there's once there's a lack of
exactly.
systems, that should not happen. And as I say, I don't want to take away, I'm not your time from it, because you have your show there, and I just give my 2 cents.
Man, you're a part of the show, and thank you very much, sir.
I will return to the chat group, and you continue the show.
Yeah, man. It's good, Sir Stewart, because you help me out here. You be a part of the show, of not just sitting in.
Your guest, I'm not here. I was not saying as your guest. I just see that there is something, and I said, okay, if you allow me to speak on it through by calling you, then of course it will,
much
instead of saying it, communicating with you through the chat, I would have had to do a lot of on the chat for sake to say
yes,
the same thing
that is true. That is true.
Opposed to talking to you directly.
And you have done well, man. You have done quite well. I really appreciate your input again, sir.
All right, man.
Thank you very much. All right, respect. All right, people. We have been there now for 2 hours and 36 minutes, 52 seconds. So let's take it for another 9 minutes to the end of the show. We'll close the show at 2 hours and 45 minutes. So another 9 minutes should take us to 11:23 or so. So let's round it off for an 11:30 show. We'll close at 11:30. Now it's 14 minutes after 11. So we'll close off at 11:30. All right. So Samuel, back to you, sir. Where does the system goes wrong overall as a country, and how do we fix it? Boss, you see, it will take a lot of us as stakeholders, because all of us, we as fans who really are thinking positively for the country or for the football program, we need a voice. And on program like these, very good way to voice your opinion and to give your suggestions. The other side of it, or the bad part, is when we are unable to get the relevant persons or the interested, the persons who are responsible to make that move on show. Yes, because it's good that we can talk, but how much can we hear out of the JFF? And people, I'm not one that will hit out of the JFF, no. I just want to share how I think the JFF can step in and assist with all of these things. It's just my frame of mind. And I'm saying this without any apology. I'm going to do some research, people. I'm going to do some research on all of this. This information that you hear me carried out, it's something that I have been looking at for a while now. It wasn't planned for this night show, but because our guests were out, our guest was absent and is absent, I decided to put it across. So I have this information well stocked for a different show. But guess what? This is how the Saudi show is, and we continue to entertain, bring you all the sporting information, and educate every single one, including myself. All right? So, Samuel, we really want to put it across. All right? We just want to look at now, people, to top off this aspect of the discussion about academy players. What percentage of academy players make it to the big leagues? Well, as I said, this information was not designed for tonight's show, but I want to share it. And I will not share everything because it still has its sense in a pre-planned show that will be coming up. So the percentage of academy players, now I'm just going to look at English players. All right, and we can, in whenever this topic comes up again, we're gonna look at it right across Europe, sorry, and also in the United States. So, wow, I'm getting there. So the stats, what, as we're saying, the topic now, or the subtopic, what percentage of academy players make it? It's very frightening, people. Very, very frightening. So let me read for you. For all the boys join a pro academy at age 9 years old, 5% will make it even a career out of football. 0.5%, you know. Not 5%. 0.5, half of a percent will make it even a career out of football. But I do understand, you know, because at age 9, you don't know what you want to do. So I understand that. Samuel again. So these youth leaving the school should be going to U15 program for further developments. Of course. But in the case, Samuel, if you have not heard, I'm going to mention this since you asked that question. In the case of Chapter Maroons in the Premier League, the players we're talking about are some players from Clarendon College who played the Costa Cup for Clarendon College and played for Chapter Maroons. But because the coach Lenny Hyde is being dismissed, or has been dismissed, the players, I was told by one source, said them nah play unless them coach did it. But the truth of the matter is the coach that dictates to the players to leave. However, are you saying to me it is best for these youth now not to play any football? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. And in the case of U15 program or development, in the case of Phoenix, who from time to time, every single time there is a national team put out, Phoenix withdraws players. Are their players? Yes, they do. Food for thought for you, dear sir. So that is what we are having. And Jamaican football is not for Jamaican football anymore. It's for the personal, for the people who have money and who can dictate the thing. All right. Now, again, let me repeat. For the boys joining Pro Academy at age 9, you know, only 0.5% will make it into career out of football. I make me alright with that, you know, because as me say, at age 9, you don't definitely know what the future will hold. You love football, but because there are other things that you probably been exposed to, then, you know, you'll have that. All right. So people, help me out again. And that's the players already in Pro Academy, you know. Or in a Pro Academy we're not talking about people just in some little academy like some of what we have at Jamaica. Now if you take listen to this. If you take the 1.5 million youth players currently playing in England, what? Hey, this is frightening. You think I hear nothing yet? It is being said that 1.5 million youth players currently playing in England, and those are coming through academies. Only 180 will develop and play in the Premier League. What a story. We are not saying, and I don't think this information is saying that out of the others will not play some other football, you know. But they're talking about playing Premier League football. So you might find that some of them move out, go to Germany, to France, to Belgium, to all of those little places to play football. You get what I'm saying? And now because of the business now, people will push them to move to other European countries or even in the States. You know, this argument now, will brings out another set of discussion, because I have heard people on YouTube and different shows who believe that those players who are in the academy in US and England are better than the local Jamaicans players that we have here. I've heard that. But not true. We just believe in foreigners. Foreigners. They have better resources for sure. We're not going to complain about that. But let us look at the talent per se. Let us look at the talent. A youth may look good in a team because of what he has around him. So if you change a team to another team, it look like nothing. All right. Just saying. Now listen to the percentage, people. 180 out of 1 million. The percent is 0.012%. Have a chance of making it to the Premier League. So, saying all of this information, or giving you all of this information, or compiling all of this, and to see how we can ratify all of this, people. This means Football Academy main reasons, or it's not just one reason. Football Academy does not just depend or look forward to develop players to play Premier League in England or to play professional football. It's more so to develop that individual as a holistic person. And you listen to what Mr. Clark from Mount Pleasant said a few weeks ago. Even though it's surprising and shocking to me, people. Even though. Alright? So, we really have to take stock. We really have to take stock to see how we rate that. Come into your caller.
Yeah, man.
Right? We have to take stock. So, the percentage of those who have a chance to make it is 0.012. This is frightening. But I'm not going to ask you to hold me responsible for this argument. Let me tell you where you'll find that. Michael Calvin, author of the book, No Hunger in Paradise. Alright? The players, the journey, the dream, says this is about the same chance of being hit by a meter. Alright? So, if you want to look up Michael Calvin, the author of the book, No Hunger in Paradise, you can get information. Alright, we have another caller online. Good night, caller.
Yes, good night. You know me again from Calgary.
Yeah, tell you, man, this is the third Canadian on the show for the night.
What better turn the wall where I say? Anyway, yeah. Back to you see when you catch you in time just like when you say we always believe in foreigners. Let me ask you that question now. You think say if the top schools, the JC, the KC, the Carnival, you name it in the Money Cup, you think say if you put them, because when I said it, look, it's not even the top, it's not even the best players them get to pick and look at the condition where them could have put. That's what I'm saying. We Jamaican, we just accept them, we are soldiers and look at the performance of the youth them put, and not even top players. Them not even get to settle down good. Play one match the next day and play. What's wrong with us? Why would you see the bigger picture show up to where it's like someone went on a blind line. You all look at it?
Yes, boss. And you see what happened to many of us, For now, let's use this under 17 program as an example.
Yeah.
We are looking, said that if this under 17 team is not if they don't qualify for the under 17 World Cup, we should dash with the coaches. All right. If we do qualify, listen again, and I'm telling you the views of some people.
Yeah.
If we do qualify for the World Cup and we still don't make it to the first round, we should dismiss the coaches.
Well, okay, look, you see, in games, the higher I get, the higher rank you go, just like in school. You know, the work I get harder, right? You reach for primary school, basic school, primary school, high school, grade third, first, second, third, found work. Yeah, you're scoring the 90s. When you start the CXC course grade 10, say I struggle to get a 50%, the work get harder, right?
Yes, man.
So everything is going to get harder on the player. So don't expect because him living in Germany and him exposed to certain things when I come here, it's still a hard for him. And it's not a film, it's not a German, England, where him grew up in. It's a different country I represent. It's a different business. It's like parenting, as it get harder, bigger the mother, your wife who get, it's more stressful for her. It has stressed you to just all a child get parenting become harder and harder.
Yes,
It stress the father too, while she feel the pain, you are say, boy, for work and thing, and it's stressful from both.
It's stressing, man. It's stressing.
Yeah, so it's not that easy for nothing like the football. Not that easy. It's hard for not on the things that it's hard for this diaspora. Them say them it's still hard for them. So just sometimes I look at the bigger picture. I show them the more me hear them talking because
that's true.
As Mark say question, me feel said the top school in my money cup. Send them go there. I'm like, I say give send them travel go there for a week and compete against them academy team. Me feel no doubt time they wanna do well. Me not say them wanna win every match. Me know some team they might lose some match. Some team are better than them, yes. But me know say them wanna be competitive.
Sir, you know,
I'm right.
You know what I believe would be the difference factor if you send our teams go there? The environment, the climate.
Yeah. The art then. Your top I said me hear my sportsman interview him. He said leading up to the game against Panama training session. The English players don't complain about the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So all them for be Jamaican.
So this is what I am saying. When you are comparing teams or players or coaches, you must compare other things around it, like the resources.
Exactly.
The background.
The influence. You take it off a tip of my tongue.
Why you think? How many teams can go to Mexico go beat Mexico? Tell me.
That one.
And why you think that happened?
That one.
Listen, it's home advantage. But that's not the full reason.
Yes.
No? The reason behind that is that because of the altitude, boss.
Yes.
We don't have Jamaica can breathe properly up there.
No. Look at it, even when I don't know, yeah, man. It's like the bigger picture show up to me and people them just look on it.
When we playing the US overseas in any competition, which part most of our games US can we go?
Which part again? I know in a cooler part them can go.
The coolest place them boss. Because
hold on I cut you. Hold on. You see the under 20 tournament, they matter about the condition of Honduras. Now, which football federation can control nature now? If we are playing Canada and the snow start coming, you think the ref will start the match?
No, it have to continue.
When you talk about the condition of Honduras, the condition was terrible. What that have to do with Honduras never come. Remember, I not forget the match against El Salvador, 94 qualifiers one. You're supposed to measure that match there. And Carl Brunner coach the team. The rain come down before everybody sit down in the stands. Nobody couldn't run over grandstand because the whole place jam pack. And the heavy rain come down, man. After rain done, everybody take out them shirt. People have just shut an umbrella. Take out shirt and ring it out. Then the match play. Why would I win? Actually, we never scored a goal. My mother water with a play. And El Salvador used to it. The region are used to it.
Exactly. Listen. You talk about that, Virgin. I'm going to tell people that there are different factors you have to take into consideration if you're going to draw a comparison. Especially with football. And not every example you can use in a different sports with that of football. We have to understand that. Or even real life situation. We have to understand. And many of us, we don't look at it that way. And I say that to say, I am not here to defend the coaches of the under 17 team, and me not hide and tell people.
We're not going to defend them.
The coaches are my friends. But they know because I have conversation with them. I have my own differences and I will share it with them. And if it is something that I believe Jamaica should know, or the world, with what I talk about, I can bring it on my show. One of the reasons why I don't bring, because you don't want to bring out certain information out of
Yeah,
the
you know
national
what?
team
Yeah,
now.
certain. And then again, people go see, you know, and because but Tapa say same thing to him. Say he don't want to say certain things.
No, man, the fact is they are preparing for a competition. You don't want people to know what they are or what going on in them camp. No, you don't bring that out.
Them now, you know, because because they live it. Because if I remember one time when I never forget this cap when the more say yes, let the England based players they said have a long season, they want to spend the time out their family, that I have the Caribbean Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And captain said, I remember captain said when the English based players first came here, including Burnham, said they were dissatisfied with living condition in Jamaica.
Yeah, because them not used to it. They live in a posh life. And also Jamaica stay.
That's why the same thing John was just saying. You can't expect to come to a non-elite country and expect the same treatment. As him say, him coach him going to economy with the players. Him say the other managers, him say, look, I'm going to economy with the players because he's a part of them. Him understand that.
But sir, I don't know, but Jamaica go to Brazil to camp and they camp at a whole army base, you know. With pure dopey.
You tell me that, you tell, you see Jamaica, we are soldiers.
With pure dopey.
We are so.
But we don't live with dopey out there, sir. We not camp. So you have to make adjustment.
Football. Yeah, it's not only football alone. Even netballers, them girls play on concrete all when we to school. Them concrete, them drop nothing.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
Them all right.
Yeah, man.
Barefoot run the track and field. Because the CBC ladies say Jamaica's top training facilities in the track and field. The sprint factor about is no match in North America. So what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? So what does that tell us? All we need to do is work together, yeah, man. But we don't want to do it. You know,
don't want to do it, man. Too much ego. Too much ego, man.
I think we don't want to do it because you can run a business now. You run a business now. You pay the money a week. A job come in. You might take money for you know, see the money. You turn a PMC time. You can't look like a business place you run.
Too much ego. And
you know, put up with that, you know.
The reason why me I hit out on people I say must dash record. This is not a club level thing. And when I say club level, you see, when you look at the Premier League and the Bundesliga and all of that, the amount of money that is being spent.
Yeah, them
and the level of competitiveness.
Not only that, people are support them, but them.
You get what I'm saying?
The fans them turn up.
Mm-hmm.
Fans them turn up. If even the Premier League, say I have Premier League club, say in home ground, you can run 2,000 people. If they get 2,000 people every home match, I think things are like a bit better. I mean, no say not much more. Say 500 I'm charged to go. Let's say that's $1 million each home game. I think it can do so. The players them can. I think they can work it out.
Yeah,
if
man,
I want to stretch
it can.
money.
It can. But I'm just gonna wrap up this little part when I mentioned to why people want to throw away players. When I do my own little research, you see, when I look at the US, Canada, and I think I look at Honduras, the under 17, the youth program. Me see one coach them team there for 15 years. You know? And they don't win.
Gosh.
Listen, no, man. They don't win in competition all now.
Qualification or no qualification, them still a coach them.
Because it's a bit. You see, and this is what I'm saying, boss. You see,
Yeah.
personally, I think under 15 and under 17 should have been really development. So under 15, there's no World Cup for under 15. But there's a under 17 World Cup. Mean step up to say, all right, get climatized to playing in competition.
Yeah, right.
So you develop as you go along. And then you go to the under 20.
Yeah.
Eh? Under 20, you can be very tough because the players who are playing under 20 would have been professional players now, you know.
Yeah. True.
You get what I say? But
Yeah,
again, boss, we have to look at our system. We have to look at what we have, what we possess as Jamaica,
Yeah.
what we really possess. And these are the things that I want people to look into
it's just like
and to understand.
It's just like your family go through a hard life and you catch at the first place. When you come together and work and say, why? Because I look on it, if Argentina knows them have to pay. I say Jamaica's example for a World Cup elimination for say who qualify the next World Cup. Messi and him crew now at time for that boy feel this and feel that him say, yo, no look, we have to go do this, right? If him attack with a Spanish him say, look, yo, Virgin, we have to do this. While our players say, we have to do this and we have to do this.
We have to turn up.
Yeah.
If you turn up, boss,
And me know say
because
man them up me know say yo, that's what I said the same team of Paul. I'm saying it already, the same team of Paul and about the trio from Peru. Once somebody watch a game now will see the mistake or them make if them to travel 2 days time go Uruguay, them not take a next trio. So Uruguay for work hard for beat them not take that, so me can't bet you that.
you
Because
see,
me could ask them more hands off to those players who went to the academy in the US and them lose by penalty, but me not kill them. I just
no
said
man,
it
we
for
can't do that. We can't do that, and we
and
need to give people
the
them
condition
chances.
with them go. You think which one of them English players in a diaspora, if I even live in a US, I can could I live up to them condition?
Listen,
Come on now.
listen me. You know, sometimes me tell people this, and I'm not sure how many English players would have known that they have a chance to make England side and come to Jamaica.
Yeah.
We don't know how much England player. We don't know if we'd have anybody who know that the England national team. What them call himself again? What the English team name, man? Anyway.
You know the netball team are the Roses, the red one, but you know the English team are the. I don't remember, but it can't come
But anyway, let us finish the point. You believe that for Michael Antonio now, if England was looking in his direction, you think he would have choose Jamaica?
No, so them not look. Yo, you can't play for your country you grew up in, bro. That the country you grew up in, it's too. The culture go with you on the football field, the pool, the track, the netball. The culture go with you,
So this is what I am
the
saying.
The culture there with you.
We
it's just like
also,
every single parents.
we also need to understand that everybody have a choice.
Yeah.
And who do you blame the man not to look to Jamaica and to try to make England side? Because him stand a better chance to getting better results with England at the World Cup level than Jamaica. Based on rankings.
Of course.
Based on talent. Based on resources.
Yeah. Yeah. If Raheem Sterling did complete for Jamaica, I think him resume with the island. Mikel Antonio resume can't. None of them English players like resume can't match up to Raheem Sterling resume right now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
There you go. So when Raheem Sterling come to Jamaica, I'm done grow by England. When my making come to Jamaica, I'm done in season with them country.
So that is all of what I want to say to people. Listen, we just have to really fear through that, and we're going.
Yeah. Of course.
You know, Kala, thank you very much again for calling. I had said that we'd finish the show at 11:30. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for staying. You know, we are really disappointed that Mr. Hill never come on tonight. And I will encourage him. I will get back to him and I will actually demand of him to come on the show. If, to be honest with you, if he decides to take it tomorrow night, I will have a show tomorrow night. All right? Okay. So we'll let you know. So thank you very much for calling and for participating as usual.
Thanks again.
Much respect, man. All right, cool. All right, people, that's where we end our show tonight. And again, we just want to say thank you very much. It has been a trials night. It has been a very patient night from you people. And I'm sure you're still there. We have just 8 people in the show. And I want to thank you very much for staying with us. I want to say, looking forward for another show coming up on Monday. But I want you people to look forward to an educational content show on Wednesday, where one of our own tonight will be on set. The man that we call George Good, principal of the Old Harbour High School. I'm preempting. Hopefully he doesn't have anything else to do. We know as a principal, trust me, you hardly can find time for certain things. It doesn't matter what time of the night, you're still at work. But Sir Good, maximum respect, man, and all the best. And so we'll talk. And I hope that you will accept our invitation to come grace the Saudichress Show. All right? So people, again, this is where I want to say, for everything, I have to give thanks. And for every success, we have to give thanks. This has been 3 hours and another Saudichress Show, which I'm sure that we have learned something and we have provided needed information. I have learned as well, and I always learned from you. Again, let me big up all the first timers tonight. And hope you continue. Hope you share the Saudichress link. And so, of course, you will be one of our family, the Saudichress family. Again, let me take the time out. And I want to say bye and have a very good and comfortable rest of night. Thank you very much for watching.